to Blimey Waffle. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Citroen DS23 that has been recently added into Forza Horizon 4. We're going to be taking it around the Waffle Test Track along with a few other four-door cars from the 70s and 80s. There's not a ton of options when it comes to Forza Horizon 4 in this category, so we've got an interesting combination of vehicles from a 2CV to the four-door Falcon from Australia and a Rover SD1. And we'll start off with the Citroen DS 23. It's a front-wheel drive, front-engine vehicle. Not particularly fast, as you can see, only 113 horsepower. Not really a car made for performance, so we'll see how it does on the Waffle Test Track once we have the time. And off the line, staying nice and level. This is one of the early cars that rode on air suspension. And onto the straightaway. Not carrying a ton of speed here. Into the hammerhead, pretty well composed. It looked like a little bit of understeer there. And it is looking good in that light brown color for sure. And the hard right hand corner. Probably braked a little bit early, but not too bad. Into the penultimate corner. And slid a little bit wide. Still pretty decent line. And across the line. The next vehicle will be another Citroen. This is the 2CV6, which comes from the James Bond movie. I forget which film specifically. But we've got even less horsepower and another front wheel drive. We'll see if this one is an understeer machine or if it is not powerful enough to have that problem. And here we are going in the first corner, and look at that lean. It looks like it's gonna roll over. And you can see it's perfectly level ground on the straight here, and it's just bouncing up and down. And we had a little bit of an issue with the AI vehicles, as in order to do this hot lap, I've got to have some AI vehicles in there. The peels were too slow, so I was catching up to them, but we managed to get around them okay. And tons of body roll in the hammerhead. We're a bit past that now, but just had to mention it. And this tight right hand corner. A little bit of a correction coming out of it, but still pretty decently fast for such a slow car. And look how much it leans forward under braking. And here it's sliding sideways. Lots of understeer. And it's just full throttle till the end now. Across the line. The next vehicle will be the Rover SD1 Vitesse from 1984. This is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, the first one on the list. 191 horsepower, so not crazy powerful. Definitely a step up a little bit from both of the Citroens that have gone around in this video thus far. Actually needed to use some brakes on that first corner. And onto the straight. Both of the Citroens did not have to brake at all for that first corner. Into the hammerhead. A real tight line there, actually hit the flag. And here we're coming to the crossover. Not too much drama to speak of. This tight right-hander. And in the penultimate corner, everything looked pretty good through there. And across the line. And the final vehicle that will be driven around the track today is the 72 Ford Falcon XA GT HO. From Australia, we got the four-door Falcon muscle car. A lot of power, 410 for 1972. That's a powerful machine. A lot of weight to lug around as well. But we'll definitely expect to have a faster time here because this is a B-class vehicle. The other three are all down in D class, which is the lowest class possible in this particular game. There's a little bit of oversteer there as we came onto the straight. Let's see how it does coming into the hammerhead. It's looking pretty good. A little oversteer trying to power out of it. And this was a bit of a handful compared to the rest, just because of a lot more power and not particularly sophisticated suspension. It is the 70s. And here we go into the penultimate corner. Barely got it slowed down in time. A lot of oversteer trying to get out of it. And on the final corner, everything looks alright. A little bit more oversteer. And we're across the line. So now for the results. The DS23 did it in 1 minute 32.19, which is not a terrible time, but doesn't beat a whole lot else. The 2CV6 did it in 1 minute 40.53, so about 8 seconds slower than DS23. And for the Rover, we had 1 minute 21.81, which is another 11 seconds faster than the DS23. And for the Falcon, did it in 1 minute 15.07, which is the fastest of the four by a long shot. Only 6 seconds. It's a smaller gap than some of the other ones. But anyway, so here is how they place on the leaderboard. I included just the one vehicle ahead of the Falcon and everything else to the very end of the leaderboard. As you can see, the only car slower than the two Citroens today was that Austin 7. I don't expect anything in the near future to go slower. But that's all we have for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.